Hey folks, welcome for another battle report. This is the Celtic Colonel here, and this time I'm doing some battle companies. Some of us got the book, and we thought we'll just give it a practice go through. It's not going to be too much in detail, the next few games. We're pretty much just trying it out, and getting our heads around it, and see what the changes are like since the old battle companies. We enjoyed that back in the time, and so I thought I'll try a High Elf one out. Now unfortunately my High Elves are quite a small collection, and mostly made up of the plastics with a few heroes, and so I made some conversions so I could get the starting Rivendell army. And as you can see here, I have 2 spearmen. These were simply made by chopping off the swords for the High Elves, as you know them from the Last Alliance box set, and just repositioning them. This has given me a chance then to add spear, sorry, from the Conquest miniatures, I think the plastic Normans. So it's basically the hand and spear from that added to the original hand, and the other hand is the original elf one. I've made a milliput shield by using a green stuff mould, and then the top of the spear is literally just the top of the sword, so it's a pretty big spear, glaive like halberd, but it looks alright and I'm quite happy with the result. By doing this, I've got no chunky bits, because I know the metal models are very chunky in comparison with the plastic. So at least this time they all kind of look together. And also here on the left hand side, you can see I made a conversion there of just simply lowering the arm position of the two-handed sword. And on both cases, I scraped away a lot of the cloak around the shoulder area and just used milliput to sculpt some new cloak back in. So that was it. For my battle companies, just to keep you in the know, the guys with the swords are my heroes. I thought that would be nice and easy. So that's it, and we'll get on for the first battle. So the mission in this one is kill the messenger, I believe it is. So in which case you dedicate a model to be your messenger. It can't be a hero. I think you've got to try and survive the battle with the messenger. So starting with 5 guys, 2 of them are being... Actually, no, sorry, 3 are heroes. My archer is also a hero. So it basically means one of my spearmen is going to end up being the messenger. So there's 2 targets for my opponent to go for. And as you can see here, it's my dwarven opponent. He's got the plastic set here. All the dwarves with shields are his heroes. And as well as the blonde one with the beard... the blonde archer is a hero, I believe, from memory. So I start forming a very small phalanx with my 2 heroes up at the front, supported by my 2 spearmen warriors, one of which has to be my messenger. So all the idea only is non-heroes can be one of the messengers. I charge in. I believe he moved up, so I had the initiative to be able to move in and engage 2 of his non-hero characters and try and take them out. I'm hoping with the 2 attacks, I'm pretty sure to win the fight, and then hopefully get through the high arm. I mean, I'm winning these guys, I think, 6s, and then all the defense 6, defense 7 with the guys with the shields, so they're pretty damn tough. You can't win them all. I did manage to win one of my fights, pushed my opponent away, but didn't manage to do any damage to him, and in the other fight I lost against the archer, which is a bit of a pain, so I got pushed back. So I managed to steal the initiative and move back, as you see here, so he couldn't charge me. Unfortunately, the dwarves are downside slower than me. This gives me just a chance for my archer to try and plink away and try and get another damage in. I mean, with the advantage of elf bows being strength 3, it really gives me a chance to do just as much damage from shooting as I can in combat, and without the side effect of being obviously hit back. So doing that, as you can see, I've just moved up to here. So as I said, I managed to blink off one of these guys, so now we're evens, it's 5v5. In theory, I should have the edge here now. I've got the higher fight, although he's got the armor, so as long as I can win the fights, I should be able to do some damage. And I go all in, one-on-one. My elves aren't slowed down by the woods, so I could easily move out and engage the dwarves. Unfortunately, I actually lost most of those combats, but I did manage to get 1 combat in, and as a win, that was with my swordsman hero, and thankfully, because it was a win, I was 1 off killing him, so I used up his might and finished him off. So now I'm 5-4, I'm feeling a lot happier. There's a damn good chance I can take advantage of this now. With a higher fight and number, I should win this. So I go on the most part one-on-one, and I then start picking off where I can, and got 2-on-1. Yeah, and just ouch. I believe my opponent used some my points. My fate points failed me. I believe the hero with the sword to his front, who's lying on his face, he actually used it up early on when I lost, believe it or not, a combat. He'd already used up his fate then. So I managed to take out one dwarf for the loss of 2 elves. So he's down to 3 men, so he's broken. I'm down to 3, and I'm not broken. So I only started with 5, so at least he'll be doing his courage chest. Hopefully someone will run off, give me advantage in the combat. And yes, one of the dwarves, they got initiative, and one dwarf scarpered, leaving 3 on 2. Unfortunately, my other elf was out of range to get into support straight away, so the combats are split up, 1 versus 1. Unfortunately, nothing happens in the combats, so we end up with another round of combats, and we charge in again, no one running away. This time my elf is supporting, so we've got a trapped dwarf here we should be able to take out, as long as we do that combat first. And would you bloody believe it, that actual combat I lost, and then got, so I got pushed back, and he actually took out my elf hero swordsman, but I did manage to take out the other dwarf. In the following turn, the final archer legged it. So I've still got 2 elves left, and just see what happened afterwards. So we didn't lose any guys after the end of it. I don't think I've gained any experience for any of these chaps. The guy with the sword there, he rolled a 10 on his surviving, which I can't remember offhand what that did, but it wasn't a bad thing, so it was all okay. And then with my reserve money, I managed to get another elf with a bow. So it gives me plenty to deal with. With 2 elf archers, that means I can do plenty of damage from a distance, causing people to have to come to me. So hopefully that will do for now, and we'll have another one soon. Dwarves.